Good morning, drumming community. Bart Elliott here. It's Monday, September 9th. Hope you had a great weekend. On the clinic calendar today, a couple of things. One is John Blackwell Jr., who I'm sure you all are very familiar with. He turned 40 years old today. So happy birthday, John. He's on our clinic calendar. Actually, all of these birthdays that I mentioned to you are on the calendar, so you can look through and peruse to your heart's content. Also, we were remembering legendary jazz drummer Elvin Jones today. He was born on this day, September 9th, back in 1927. Elvin passed away on May 18th, back in 2004. I cannot believe it's been just over 9 years. Time flies. Before I get to another item on the calendar, that's something that's going on today, I wanted to give a shout out to my friend Dave Kropf from Drummer Talk. It's a podcast. It's been around, I think it was 2004. He began his podcast, so they're coming up close to 10 years. Hard to believe. Lots of hard to believes. And anyway, in podcast 190, he mentions me and the Drummer Cafe and talks a little bit about the new Drummer Cafe TV episode series, whatever you want to call it, that I've got going. That you can also download as a podcast, but it's available, of course, on drummercafe.tv. It's also on our YouTube channel as well as iTunes. So pick your poison. But thank you, Dave, for mentioning me and talking about that. And actually, we did a little Skype interview that is supposedly going to be airing on Drummer Talk in the upcoming weeks. So if you're into podcasting or would like to listen, his podcast is pretty cool. He has a lot of different people that he interviews. It has a morning radio kind of a feel to it. It's just an audio podcast, the original audio or original podcast. So check that out. Just go to drummertalk.org, drummertalk.org, and it's Dave Kropf. Check that out. All right. I wanted to mention to you about an event that's coming up tonight, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Nashville, Tennessee at the Douglas Corner Cafe. It is the Nashville Drummers Jam 3. This is going to be a fundraiser. It's something they do a couple of times a year. And this is called a tribute to Jeff Beccaro. What it is, it's 25 of some of the top drummers, both live and session, guys are going to be performing tonight with a world-class ensemble of rhythm section and vocalists backing them up. And each of these drummers are playing one tune that Jeff Beccaro had originally played or recorded on. So that could be Toto, Steely Dan, Boss Skaggs, whomever. So we've got 25 different tunes. Tickets are $10, and all the proceeds are going towards several different benefits. They're fundraisers. And so let me just give you a rundown on the drummers who are performing. In fact, last night they had a rehearsal from 6 o'clock to a little after 10. I was there, and I documented a lot of it on video, so we'll be sharing that in the future. Also, they've got a few more hours of rehearsals because there was a lot of people that couldn't make it last night because they were still on the road. And then I'll be videoing the event tonight and covering and documenting and reporting on that. So anyway, in no particular order, here are the drummers that are performing, and I hope I don't butcher some of the names because I don't know them all. But Chuck Tilley, Nick Buda, Will Ellis, Rich Redmond, George Lawrence, Lee Kelly, Wes Little, Jason Schmidt, Rick Brothers, Kent Slusher. Here's one I know. Matt Billingsley. Oh, Billingsley, I guess I should know that. Jim Riley, Marcus Finney, Dave Northrup, Sean Paddock, Ben Caesar, Nir Z, Ed Toth, Kevin Murphy, Mark, I met him last night, Poise, Poieszz, Bruce Guttridge, Russ Whittam, Austin, boy, I don't know how you say that, Austin. I'm sorry. Cucurutto, Curuto, Cucuruto. Danny Gottlieb and Ben. Oh gosh, Ben, I forgot your last name. He's subbing for Keo Strada. So anyway, yeah, I'm sorry, Danny Gottlieb's going to be playing. Also, percussionist is Beth Gottlieb and Brian Gottlieb, who's Beth and Danny's son, and Roy Gaberline. I don't know Roy. I'm going to mention to you some of the vocalists: Keith Landry, Jana Landry, Randy Smith, Kevin Jones, Kira Small. I work with Kira. Britton Cameron, Scott Sharif, Dan Tracy, Kim Parent. Guitars, Darren Favorite. Well, that's got to be a nice last name. Chris Nix, Jeff Smith, Sean Bales, Kevin Ray. Bass, Douglas Duggins, Steve Cook, Randy Smith, Tony Nagy, Matt Williamson, Frank Reynolds, and Brian Allen. Oh, keys, got to get the keys in there. Michael Whitaker, Kevin Adams, Nomad Avunk. Sorry, he just goes by Nomad. I met him last night. Jefferson Jarvis, Scott Sharif, and Kerry K.G. Green. And also Jimmy Bolin is playing horns as a saxophone on one tune that I know for sure. So anyway, wanted to give you that list in case you knew some names. It's a pretty neat lineup. Let's see any other details I can tell you. You can buy tickets online. The event is listed on the Drummer Cafe calendar, so just go check that out. All right, let's move on. All right, we're running out of time here. Also, I wanted to just mention in the news that I covered this from the Summer NAMM show 2013 here in Nashville. Shot a bunch of video, and more of that's going to be available on the new episode of Drummer Cafe TV. But a couple of things that I'm showing now. One is it's a new app. It's called Sound Beats. It's by Yamaha, and basically you use it with your tablet, like any kind of a tablet that you have, and you run this app. It's probably an iOS apps only or tablets only. And so that with your DTX practice kit, and you see a little video and a demonstration there. I'll just leave it at that. If that interests you to be able to play along to songs, mute the drums, and it's mostly for beginners, young people, but it can also be a fun learning tool as well. So check that out. That news article is at thedrummercafe.com. I think that's really about it. I've given all my shout outs. Yeah, I think that's it. Hope to see you guys here in Nashville if you can make it. I know it's impossible for many of you, but there it is. Thanks again. Thanks for checking out the podcast. And if you like it, you dig it, and you wanted to see it keep going, please spread the word and tell people about it. Right now, it's only the Press Roll, which is a YouTube channel that is a subsidiary to Drummer Cafe that I'm using, but I may throw these up as a podcast, but there's just not a lot of production involved because I'm not doing these once a week. I'm doing these every weekday. So it's just down and dirty. I guess I could mix in a little music and just do it right here, but oh well. Maybe in the future. So check out drummercafe.com and be sure to watch drummercafe.tv for episode 1 of my new webisode series. Take care. Have a great day. Be nice.